Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, special use permit.
This is the Popcorn Park Zoo's 6th annual Rock to Adopt event that they are looking to hold June 11th and 12th out at the zoo. They'll be setting up, I believe, the 2 days before the event. The rain date would be the following weekend. They do hire a police officer to direct traffic out on Lacey Road, so it's very safe conditions, and they just need permission to have the special use permit since it's outside the scope of their zoning.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 2, Resolution 2016-128, authorizing the convening of an executive session.
Resolution attached to Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the convening of executive session to discuss matters of personnel, contractual matters, and anticipated pending litigation.
Move it.
Mr.
Second.
Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the Public Laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag? Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, second reading of ordinance 2016-09, authorizing the acquisition of block 1162, lots 1 through 4, and block 1197, lots 36, 37, and 41 through 50.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the acquisition of block 1162, lots 1 through 4, and block 1197, lots 37, 36, 37, 41 through 50 from Lewis and Mary Clayton in accordance with NJSA 48:12-5A1. Second reading, open the floor to public comment. No public
Seeing
comment?
no comments, motion to close the floor. Second.
All in
Okay,
favor?
motion on that.
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Mr. McDonald?
Veronica
Yes.
wants to get out of here.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
And Mayor Kennas?
Yes, resolution 2016-129, appointing a full-time police dispatcher.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the appointment of Julia M. Lonsdale as the full-time public safety telecommunicator trainee for the Township of Lacey Police Department. She's currently been working with us on a permanent part-time basis. She has passed all of the, I would say, training and exams, and we are offering her a full-time position. Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mayor Kennis? Yeah.
Resolution 2016-130, appointing seasonal laborers.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the employment of seasonal employees for the Department of Public Works. These are our high school and college-age students that we appoint for the summer jobs. There are 4 of them that we are using this summer, and most of this is paid through our grant money that we receive from Clean Communities.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennis?
Yes, resolution 2016-131, authorizing the LoSAP submission for 2015.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, certifying lists of volunteer firefighters and emergency service squad members who have qualified for the Length of Service Award Program known as LoSAP benefits for the year 2015. These are those volunteer members that have met the requirements through their training, their calls, and their drills to receive the $1,150 in a LoSAP, or a pension as I would call it, that goes through Lincoln Financial. So we are setting aside $151,800 towards this LoSAP for the qualifying members.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennis?
Yes, resolution 2016-132, authorizing the release of a performance bond for the window replacement project at the police department.
A resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the release of a performance guarantee for Winderco Incorporated for the window replacement for the Lacey Township Police Department. This is going on to a maintenance bond. It has been authorized to be released from performance.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennis?
Yes, resolution 2016-133, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2016-134, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $768,346.31.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of April 14, 2016.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Oh, yeah, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve township meeting minutes of April 14, 2016.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve raffle license applications for the Ocean County Shrine Ladies Club.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
I have an add-on. Okay. Resolution 135, it's a resolution of Township of Lacey, the resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing and approving a third amendment to the redevelopment agreement with the Lacey Family Apartments. This is with regards to extending the closing date, which will now be the third week in May, for Phase 1 of the project.
Get a motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
That's it.
Comments from the committee, Mr. Curatolo.
Yes, Mayor. Had the distinct pleasure with some colleagues this past weekend, to throw out the first pitch for the Lacey Lightning Little League. Really one of the highlights as an elected person to be there and see all the different age groups. I wish them very well. I hope that some of those young men do win a championship again this year, and they make Lacey Day this August all the richer of an activity for all of our residents. It was wonderful when those boys were there signing baseballs for what appeared to be the majority of the town at Gilly Park. I wish them well. We support them, and it was great to be invited, and I just want to thank everybody involved with that. Second and last thing, this past Monday I was at a Board of Education meeting with our Veterans Commission. We issued a plaque to the principal of the Mill Pond School for his participation and his staff's participation in honoring our veterans. Each year, right before Veterans Day, the veterans go to the schools with packages, educate the students about what they do. When veterans of foreign wars, they have handouts for the students. The veterans go there and they're in full dress blues. So it's really a special time, and it's a special thing for the students to see. It's sort of like history coming alive. So, you know, as liaison, and I certainly don't speak, you know, I think I speak in a unified voice when we talk about the veterans. You know, I'm the person who is the liaison, but we all support our veterans. And the standing ovation they received at the school board meeting this past Monday was emblematic of the appreciation that's shared throughout our community. We have Mr. Moss here tonight in the audience, and I'm sure you'll have some comments, and I hope that you do. And a great, great night, and I'm very thankful to Mr. Snyder and all of the people on the Veterans Commission. And thanks to our school board, too, for hosting. So that's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too also was able to get down to the Little League and throw out the first pitch. And the previous weekend, I was up at the soccer and the girls softball, and it's always great to get out to see those, see our kids participate in those types of things. And I just want to send a thank you to all the coaches and the parents out there for doing the right things. It's going to pay off for our kids as they get older and participating in sports, and make, you know, and as charge of recreation, if there's any complaints, it all comes back, and we don't get any complaints. Our parents are pretty good with all that. They keep that under control. The other thing was, when I was walking around the fields and stuff, as always, the fields were in great shape, and I just want to give a shout out to the Public Works and Casey Parker for an outstanding job these guys do with the fields. And last but not least, Mayor, is tomorrow is the annual Christopher Blozen Chess Tournament, which is a county-wide chess tournament. And Christopher Blozen, if you don't know, was one of ours that was taken way too early. I happen to know him, and the family, so I just want to get that out.
Thank you, Tim. Committeeman Giuliano.
Mayor, thank you very much. First, I'd like to bring up, I just got a text from Lacey Kids for a Cure. That's at Alex's Lemonade. We are organizing our T-shirt order for Lacey Kids for a Cure. No profit will be made for us, just a way to show you support our cause and believe in our mission. We have made it easy for you to pay online. Thanks for all of your support. Where it is, it shows it. I don't know if you can't really see it, but it's a shirt on there that has what it is for Lacey Kids for a Cure. You can go on the website, which is custom link group orders, and put in Lacey Kids for a Cure, and you can order that T-shirt. I hope everybody out there supports them, because I know we do up here. We always are involved in everything that they do. Secondly, I'd like to just remind everybody, as you mentioned down there, Mr. Curtitola, about the parks being open, everybody being aware of the kids out there, taking their time around the park areas, not speeding up, and watching what they're doing, because I see a lot of that happening, and people are, got to be careful. The kids are out there. Other than that, that's all I really have, Mayor, tonight.
Thank you, Nick. I just have a couple, I want to give a quick overview of our Council of Affordable Housing. I just want to, so everybody understands how it's worked or what the township position has been. So when we started collecting money for the Council on Affordable Housing, it was years ago. It was collected from developers, Walmart, Home Depot, my own family business. Any developers in town had to contribute toward the council, the funds for affordable housing. And this money is still being collected, and it's being collected in order to lessen the burden on the taxpayers. That was the original intent of it. So at the time when we were collecting all this money, the township had a chance to sell their credits to other town or build their own affordable housing or contribute towards it. The state then withdrew selling credits. You weren't allowed to do that anymore because the other towns that were getting the credits were misusing them. So they got rid of that portion of the program, so we had to collect the money for it. So once we collected all our money for the affordable housing, the state then came and told us that if we didn't use our money for affordable housing, that they were going to take the money. So at the time, the committee made the decision to go ahead and purchase the nursing home property that's adjacent to the municipal building. And at some point, the Walters Homes got involved, and that's whether they contacted us or we contacted them. They're the ones that are developing that property. And many of the regulations that are tied to that project are governed through I guess, the COA regulations or the state regulations, meaning that it's their choice whether to have a pilot program and how that and how much money they provide back to the township. The pilot taxes are tied to the revenue that they bring in. Veronica, you're jump in if I'm wrong on anything so far.
I'm listening.
So in addition to that pilot program, they have 50 years, whichever comes first, either pay the mortgage in order to go on regular property taxes. It's either 50 years or their mortgage is paid off. And then again, that's all regulated through the state. And our ballpark current obligation is something in the neighborhood of 900 units, and that's a 10% number. So in theory, we could be supplying something like 10,000 apartments or 10 houses. So that's a very quick overview, or not so quick, of our COA requirements, and I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware, particularly the people at home, of how we came to, how COA works and what the township's position is on it and how we come to make our decisions.
And these pilot programs are only good for residential living, not for commercial properties. So there is no commercial properties, such as your big box stores, that are on any of these in lieu of pilot programs, because they don't qualify.
Right, correct.
It's only for residential living.
Right, you're right. Just, currently Home Depot or Walmart, they are not getting any tax breaks.
They're 100%.
They're 100%, right,
Yeah.
paying property taxes. The only program or property in town that will be on the pilot program is the Walters Home System.
And we also have the apartments off of Newark Avenue, which is an age-restricted,
Right, Toll
affordable.
Brothers.
Yeah,
Right.
Toll Brothers, yeah, Heritage Village.
So there you have it, folks.
Thank you,
Is
Mayor.
that it? Public comments?
Thank you.
Yeah, along with the public. Mr. Moss.
I just, Bill Moss, Biscayne Drive, Porter River Region. I just want to explain to you what happened at the school board meeting so you have more of an understanding who and what. I belong to the Veterans Commission here in town, and the Veterans Commission consists of veterans from the American Legion, from the VFW, Vet Works, from our own police department. We have people on our Veterans Commission. And we decided that we're going to try to help people that treat us right, that treat the veterans right. So this award was given to the teachers and the students that do this thing at the Mill Pond School at Veterans Day, when it's more strictly veterans more than Memorial Day. You also have the Fork and River School the same week that does the same thing. Now, it was a shock to be up there and stand in front of the school board, knowing that there was a whole audience of teachers that were upset because other teachers were losing their jobs. Yet, when they announced and asked us to come up, every person in that auditorium stood up and gave us applause. I've not received that too often, but it really felt good that the people did care about us veterans. And as Mr. Caracalla will tell you, it was quite an event. And there's more to come. I just want people to understand where our Veterans Commission comes from here. You know, a lot of us are Air Force guys and Marines and Navy, so that's what it boils down to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If I could add one thing,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor. We're going to be doing this October, a proclamation thanking Home Depot. Home Depot, once again, has given approximately 800 flags for free to the Veterans Commission to lay out at Good Luck Cemetery and then all along our road here for the parades. And so this is something that they do every year. I was in touch with the general manager over there, Joe, and let him know that I would like to invite him to a meeting, if I could have the support of the rest of the committee, and do a proclamation just to properly thank them for each year. Just dozens and dozens of boxes of 50-count flags. Without them, really, the town wouldn't be festooned in the red, white, and blue. And so I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm looking forward to a list of names that they'll give so we can have a proclamation for them this October. So I wanted you to know that as well, Mr. Moss. That's all.
Thank you, Pete. And I have just one more thing. I have a bunch of things in my mailbox, so I figured I'll just announce them. Tomorrow's a senior lunch at 12 o'clock at Community Hall. What time?
Opens at 11.
All right,
I
11.
got
There you go.
calendar.
There's a free dinner program for cancer survivors on May 10th at Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Toms River. If you have need information, contact Veronica. There's also a Surviving the Cancer Challenge Tuesday, May 10th from 5:30 to 8 at Quality Inn in Toms River. It's a free dinner program. Contact Veronica. The 19th Annual Barnegat Bay Festival is Sunday, June 5th, 2016, 10 to 4 p.m. And the library is having their 40th anniversary, October 8th, 2016. That's all. Motion to close the floor.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.